The UCMJ just got updated, and one major fix that would have given you a fair trial, well, it got cut. Hey, I'm Cody Harnish, UCMJ attorney. The 2025 NDAA made some major reforms to the UCMJ, and not all of them good. There were some changes to how sexual harassment is handled, appeals, and transparency in the system, but one major change that was critical for a fair trial didn't make it. Let's discuss. One, cases of sexual harassment are now handled by the Office of the Special Trial Counsel. Now, the command used to be able to decide whether or not these cases would go to trial. That power's gone. Now the Office of the Special Trial Counsel, the OSTC, has taken sexual harassment cases under their purview, just like they did the year before regarding cases of sexual assault and domestic violence. So what does this mean for you? Well, as a defense attorney in the system, this means more prosecutions regarding sexual harassment, a felony under the UCMJ. A major fix that would have protected service members was left out. The Armed Services Committee recommended to Congress that they amend the UCMJ to make sure no case could be taken to trial unless there was enough evidence to sustain a conviction, something that's standard in the civilian courts. This is basic due process and prosecutorial ethics. But guess what? That provision was cut, left out. It's not in the bill. So commanders and prosecutors can still push weak cases to trial on little to no evidence. This is something that would not fly in the civilian courts because prosecutorial ethics require prosecutors have a good faith belief that they can actually sustain a conviction beyond a reasonable doubt. But that's not required in the military. So prosecutors can take cases to trial when there's no probable cause. Service members deserve better. Equal justice under the law. Other changes that did pass. Automatic appellate defense attorneys. Before, if you wanted to appeal your conviction, you had to request a defense appellate attorney. But now, one is automatically assigned to you. This is a much-needed step towards a more fair process. For the first time, the military is going to start tracking cases on demographics, and this is to provide more transparency in the system. More simply put, Congress wants to know whether or not minority service members are punished more harshly than their white counterparts for the same offense. They also want to know if that works the same way for enlisted and officers. Let me tell you from a boots on the ground perspective. I've seen minority service members punished much more harshly than a white counterpart for the same crime. And we all know enlisted service members get their teeth kicked in as compared to their officer counterparts. We'll see where the study goes. These aren't all of the changes. I'm going to be making more content regarding those changes, but ultimately, the 2025 changes to the UCMJ are a mixed bag.